Do you know the saying that perception is everything? How you see the world determines how you live in it. So now imagine everything you saw was on fire. Everything had a hint of red and maroon because of your past experiences. So imagine how differently you would experience life compared to the rest of the population. There's a video of guys who are clobbering the heck out of somebody who was accused of raping and burning up children. To reflect that each and every single person in South Africa wants to play their part in fixing this country, but unfortunately we are only one person and one lady. From the bottom of my heart, gentlemen, if I was with you for the first time in my life, I would be participating in mob violence. So thank you. If we made this country a place where you do not want to be accused of rape, by the time they take it to the police station, it's too late. You know, in my dream South Africa, this is the most visited country in the world, the new Azania. So now it's unfortunate that our ladies can't admit that even they themselves have been done wrong, and as a result prefer to be hurt people who hurt people. Albert Einstein said everything is energy. Energy flows, so you have to be grateful and connect to the life you want, and the life you want can't help but come to you. He says it's that easy. Well, he did create an atom bomb and a fridge that failed because it was too loud. Jeffrey says, you want to protect yourself from happiness. You want to protect yourself from sadness, then protect yourself from happiness. Benjamin said, you know, the trick is not to do too much. The trick is not to overwork yourself. The trick is to do little. The trick is to contribute as little effort as it is required, because of life turns around when you've made it. There's sayings like you make money while sleeping. It's to refer to Benjamin's statement. But ladies, when you watch Date My Family, you have taken girls to school, taken girls to work, preached to your younger sisters about how a woman has to be independent in today's South Africa. So what's your opinion when women are still asking, does he have a car? Does he give girlfriend allowance? To the family. They ask that to the family, and that's not an insult. And women are keeping quiet about that thing. And Mzansi Magic is not bleeping out that comment to reflect that everybody wants to play a 2 cents in building the new South Africa. I mean, my South Africa, most of all, number one at the top of my list is those 4 fingers below the pelvis skirts that always invade high school. Our high schools are always invaded by those 4 fingers above the pelvis, not 4 fingers above the knee. No, we live with this thing. So what are boys supposed to do? Does it mean that as a man I'm not living with trauma in South Africa? Do we all not survive relationships? Is surviving relationship a woman thing? But most of all, I want to reflect that women need to stop being talked down as people who can work together. A woman takes out her stress at the workplace on top of another woman. If women worked together, they would create a monopoly whereby they only agree to work with other women, only agree to invest in other women's businesses. They would create something that a man has been dying not to allow to happen. If you went on planes, if you had conference calls between America and India, if you build each other up, You know, if you were famous for being that supervisor at work that always took a moment for everybody, you would achieve very great things. Instead of taking sex and making it an economy, we are too busy concerned about things that have a condom in between them. Instead of talking about the intangibles, things that we cannot touch, or is it the variables? See, if we all contributed, it's unfortunate that we do not live in a society whereby you could find 6 jobs in a year. Every 2 months when you get bored, you leave that job. You know, as a criminal in front of a judge, I could tell him that one of my excuses that I tried everything and then I could not find a job. But now in closing, you know, you look at a woman on TV and then you see the real clip, and then you look at her when they're talking to her behind the camera with the makeup. If women would leave the house dressed like they're going to the mall, go to the mall dressed like they're going to the office, go to the office looking like they're going to a wedding, go to a wedding look like they're coming to parliament, your men would have a problem. Men would have a problem, because sometimes you look at what makeup does for a woman and it's like it's two different people. But most of all, ladies, go to gym. Join a gym, do some gymming, because you will like your body. It will not be us who criticize you for having 3 stomachs and think that I'm supposed to go to gym and date you. No, you will like your body. Your body will not be heavy anymore for you, and you will feel confident, and you will not care which man is complimenting you. Women treat men like an economy. You know, I was looking at this post, what women think about during sex. Like, is he gonna like me after this? Is he gonna give me more money because of how great we were under the blankets? Like, really, you allow yourself for every single thing around you to go around men. Did you know that as a person who's divorced, a woman like Gogo's Koten, but she was not divorced, and your husband doesn't want to release you, you can still marry a second husband traditionally. That's not a man thing. But if women do not take their power up in society, unfortunately, I'm one man. You know, and most important thing is we need to forgive ourselves. Yeah, we were naive in the things we've done, but now if we can't get over those things keep haunting us. So we need to forgive ourselves and then see ourselves in a new light, so that we can accept ourselves the way we are. In Benjamin's statement, your life is where you are. I've realized that the problem is not that we are carrying too heavy a load. Sometimes the load that we are carrying becomes something we are used to. What makes us tired is the load that we have to pull behind us. So if you can be conscious about it, you know, cut the world's umbilical cord. It's not feeding you, you feeding it. DJ Levi calls them mashallah when we were talking about women who are for the streets. That means cold. It's not only women who are for the streets. Ice boy, you are for the streets. And you don't have to wait for the day you make money to try stop being an ice boy, because on that day you'll still be an ice boy.